Pashas Tazriah, Daf Chaf Amud Beis. The second type of love to Hashem that comes from above, and that is that a person suddenly feels awakening to love to Hashem. That kind of love to Hashem awakens in a person, but has no results from it. No birth, no results, because this is something that does not stay. And the love that is being awoken by a person is a love which is called Nafshi Avisicha. I love you because you are my life. In other words, loving Hashem because He's our life. That kind of love is something which is not lasting all the time, and after a while it falls away. And this type of love is called not having children, not bearing children. And so now that we have the concept of love to Hashem that is called bearing children, is the love that starts from a person himself and going up, and the love that is considered barren, that does not have children, is the love that comes from above, but has no continue on. We can understand that a little bit better. It says in the verse, the reason why all the punishment, God forbid, the terrible punishment that's coming, is because you didn't serve God with happiness. And the question is, if a person served God, and he does everything right, but he didn't do it with happiness, why should he get such a tremendous punishment? And the explanation is, the punishment is not because he did not serve with happiness. The punishment is a person is not perfect. And if a person is being judged according to how much he really deserves, a person is not perfect, and unfortunately a person gets opposite of rewards. But when a person serves with happiness, the happiness takes him in a higher level and causes also happiness of above, and therefore there's no judgment, not a strict judgment, and therefore a person does not get punished. So the happiness saves a person from that judgment. In other words, this is actually a very interesting, very important point, that when a person is happy, he brings happiness of above, and causes should be happiness below. And God forbid, if he doesn't, then he's going to be judged according to the strict law, which ain't Tzadik Ba'aretz. There's no person which is completely righteous that does not do something wrong. According to that, we can also understand in our situation. We're coming and saying we're not perfect, and unfortunately we're not reaching always the greatest level of love to Hashem. But what we're asking, this is the way it works, that is a barren without having children, is when it goes according to the right order. That person has to work on himself, and to get to high level of love to Hashem, love to God, the opposite way around, that comes from above to below. But if a person does it in the way of happiness, he causes and brings down to this world godliness in a flow which is much greater than the right order. And in that case, even though the love is not coming from that level, from the level of excitement and such a great excitement of God Himself, a person causes that there should be, yes, having the children. And this is what we're coming and saying, that through Sois Tasis V'Sagel HaKara, the barren woman, in other words, a person is in a level that his love to God is considered barren, not everlasting results, and not a fire that continues for a long time. But if he does it out of happiness and selfishness, not thinking about himself. Happiness is the concept of going out of himself and completely giving himself over. That causes that God will be making us happy, and there will be the sagel that the children come back to her, and he reaches the level of, so to say, that tremendous love which is considered having the children. And even if a person falls in a situation that serving enemies, in other words, falling into a rut and to falling into doing things they're not supposed to, but through the happiness he'll be able to bring it up and to pull it out, and there should be gathering together, again as the word says, bring everything back to godliness, and that's the simcha. we should be zeicha that there should be the real kibbutz galius very soon in our time.